Welcome to Kansas Ag Report with your host, Brian Holman.
Welcome to Kansas Ag Report. I'm Brian Holman, and here's our lineup for today's show. In Ag News, we'll take a look at local and national headlines affecting Kansas farmers. In our Ag Feature, we sit down with Chad Bontrager, KDA's Deputy Secretary, to get a 2016 update on the state of ag in Kansas. And inside Kansas Ag, KDA shares with us their dedication to Kansas agriculture, and Kansas Wheat talks to us about innovations and new wheat varieties. And the news you need to know, we get our weekly update from the Kansas Livestock Association, we'll look back at last week's market activity with the guys from Paragon, and we'll let you know about important events coming up around the state of Kansas. Glad you could join us.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. KansasSoybeans.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Here's our national headlines for this week in Ag News. U.S. milk production during November 2016 in the top 23 producing states was 16 billion pounds, up 2.6% from November of 2015. The average production per cow was a new all-time high for the month at 1,851 pounds, and the number of milk cows was up 33,000 head on the year. California produced the most milk, followed by Wisconsin and New York. Colorado had the highest average, with Michigan in second place, both topping 2,100 pounds per cow. For the first 11 months of 2016, national production was just over 194.6 billion pounds, 4.5 billion pounds ahead of the 2015 pace. Total food away from home expenditures of U.S. consumers, businesses, and government entities surpassed at-home food sales for the first time. This outcome is reflected in the 32.7 cents food services share of the U.S. food dollar claimed by restaurants and other eating out places. It's the highest level from 1993 through 2014. It also reflects the 12.9 cents claimed by grocery stores and other food retailers. A growing share of the food dollar has gone to farm producers, 10.4 cents in 2014. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced that organic producers and handlers will be able to apply for federal reimbursement next spring to assist with the cost of receiving and maintaining organic or transitional certification. USDA reimburses organic producers up to 75% of the cost of organic certification, but only about half of the nation's organic operations currently participate. And in local news, while no Kansas growers received national honors in the 2016 National Corn Growers Association Corn Yield Contest, Kansas farmers did post impressive entries on the state level. Nathan Franklin of Atwood had the top yield in the Kansas contest at 305.8 bushels per acre. The top yield reported in the National Corn Yield Contest was a whopping 521.4 bushels per acre. The National Corn Yield Contest is now in its 52nd year and remains NCGA's most popular program for members. Kansas inventory of all hogs and pigs on December 1st was 1.9 million head, according to USDA's NASS. This was down 2% from December 1st, 2015, and down 5% from September 1st of 2016. Breeding hog inventory was at 165,000 head, down 8% from last quarter. Market hog inventory at 1.75 million head was also down 4% from last quarter. The Kansas Department of Commerce is accepting nominations for the 2017 Governor's Exporter of the Year Award. Each year, the award is presented to a Kansas company for exceptional international marketing success. This award encourages the growth of the state's international commerce by showcasing successful Kansas exporters. To nominate a company for the 2017 Kansas Exporter of the Year Award, contact the Kansas Department of Commerce at 785-296-5473. Up next in our feature, we sit down with Chad Bontrager, KDA's Deputy Secretary, to get a 2016 update on the state of ag in Kansas. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. Please stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Livestock Association, supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm & Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm & Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
Good morning, and thanks for staying with us. We're at the KDEA office. We're joined by Chad Bontrager, who's the Deputy Secretary of Agriculture here in the state of Kansas. And what a year for agriculture here in the state of Kansas. If you look at the early part of the year, wildfires, and you and I were talking before we went on camera, I completely forgot about the wildfires. I mean, that's just kind of how much has really gone on this year in agriculture here in the state.
Had a lot going on, you know, and we were excited. In January, the governor kind of kicked off the year in his State of the State, and he talked about agriculture and the importance it plays in the Kansas economy, and highlighted dairy and water along the way as well. And that kind of got us going for what's been a pretty busy year.
Well, not only that, but we talk about record crops. Soybeans, they'll set a record this year. Wheat set a record this year. Not only the amount of bushels, but bushels per acre set a record. And we've got grain on the ground. And the list goes on and on and on, Chad, of just how fortunate we are here in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, so it's not very often that you've got bin busters in wheat, corn, and soybeans. Right. And we don't have all the data yet on the fall crops, but we're expecting to have good yields in grain sorghum as well. And it's evident when you travel across the state, you see the grain piled on the ground, the elevators are full, but it's moving too. Right. But it really highlights the need to find homes for all of those bushels. And it's had a downward pressure on the commodity prices as well.
Well, not only that, your office here does a lot of work internationally for producers here in the state of Kansas when it comes to trade. And we were just at the wheat office last week talking to them, and trade with Cuba seems to be on the top of everybody's list.
You know, anywhere that we can move Kansas commodities, I think is going to be helpful. This year we hosted 15 inbound trade missions, so folks coming from other countries to see Kansas agriculture. And we led 7 outbound trade missions. So our marketing division's been busy with that, and we appreciate all the Kansas farmers and ranchers and agribusinesses that have participated in those missions, whether inbound or outbound. And trade's critical. You know, if you think about Trans-Pacific Partnership as an example, if that were to go into effect as it's written and proposed today, that'd be $3.5 billion additional impact to the Kansas economy because of the agriculture trade that comes for that. So trade's critical for what we've got going on in Kansas.
Well, not only that, but you look at Israel starting to import beef again. Some other people have made deals with us to start importing beef again. Again, beef industry extremely important to the state of Kansas.
Very important. As a standalone industry, beef on its own, it's the second largest industry in the state. You combine all of agriculture together, we're far and away number one. 43% of the economy, $63 billion a year, 12% of the workforce. We've actually done some additional work this year with the depressed commodity prices and a lot of volatility in the beef market as well. What's that impact to tax revenue in the state? And what we've determined is that for every 1% reduction in commodity prices, there's a $7.8 million reduction in sales tax revenue in Kansas, because farmers and ranchers don't have the money coming in, and so they're not spending it in their local economies, and we see that impact carry through the state economy as well. So the prices do have an impact.
Right, you're right. It truly is a trickle-down effect.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll finish up with Chad here at the Kansas Department of Agriculture office. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. We'll see you in just a minute.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. Grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at the Kansas Department of Agriculture office here in Manhattan, Kansas. We're joined by Chad Bontrager, who's the Deputy Agriculture Secretary. So Chad, again, we're kind of talking about kind of what happened this year when it comes to agriculture here in the state of Kansas. And it really, when you look at the list you put together, you go, oh yeah, I remember that when that happened. I remember when that happened. I'm just going to preface this, and I'm going to do it really quick because we've got a lot of things to cover right here. You can really disagree with the governor on some of the things that he's done, but you cannot disagree with the governor on what he's done for agriculture in the state of Kansas. You look at this list, and we've got the DFA milk processing plant, huge deal. Cargill staying here in the state of Kansas, huge deal. American Royal moving to Kansas, huge deal. The list goes on and on and on, Chad.
And we've talked before about Kansas has long been known for commodity production in agriculture, beef, wheat, corn, grain sorghum, whatever the case may be. But it's important that we use those things in the state as well, value add, do additional processing with it in the state. And we've had some big wins. You mentioned the DFA plant in Garden City. It's currently under construction. It's going to be a great home for Kansas milk, and we actually expect that having that plant in Kansas will attract more cows. We've currently got right at 300 dairy farms, 143,000 cows being milked in the state, and we want to see that continue to grow. Fluid milk processing has the highest economic multiplier of any agriculture sector out there. So it's a great win for Kansas. Another big highlight at East Kansas Agri-Energy in Garnett. They actually brought online the first renewable diesel production in the country attached to an ethanol plant this year. So they're making a diesel product from corn oil that's identical to petroleum-based diesel. It's called renewable diesel, a great win for Kansas as well. This year, our ag marketing team did 6 agribusiness development workshops across the state in small towns designed to help folks that want to grow their business, want to start a business, whatever it may be, help them figure out what are some of the first steps in doing that. So we're really focused on growth and value adding in Kansas.
And not only that, and we're running out of time. I mean, there's just so much to cover. And but if anybody really wants to know what's going on with agriculture here in the state of Kansas, the KDA website's a great place to start.
Yes, sir, it sure is.
Perfect. Chad, it's good to see you.
You too.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Same to you.
Thank you. You watch the Kansas Ag Report. We'll see you in a minute. If you would like to advertise your business on Kansas Ag Report, give us a call, 785-580-3287.
As 2016 comes to a close, all of us at the Kansas Department of Agriculture want to say thank you for everything that you do across the state of Kansas to make agriculture the state's largest industry, employer, and economic driver. We know that agriculture means hard work done 24/7, 365 days a year by dedicated farmers and ranchers in all corners of Kansas. And we are proud to serve you and to advocate for you here in Kansas and throughout the nation and the world. 2016 has been an inspiring and successful time for Kansas agriculture. Stakeholders from across all sectors of the industry worked to develop a summary of opportunities for growth within each sector, which are now being compiled into an industry-wide document that will help guide the state toward future growth across all sectors of agriculture in Kansas. The centerpiece of this effort was the inaugural Kansas Summit on Agricultural Growth in Manhattan in August, which was such a success that we have already set a date for the 2017 summit. Mark your calendars for August 24, 2017. This past year also saw notable milestones, including the Republican River Compact three-state agreement and the announcement of the American Royal moving to Kansas. And many committed people and organizations continue to work toward the vision for the future of water supply in Kansas. At the Kansas Department of Agriculture, we are committed to serving all of Kansas farmers, ranchers, and agribusinesses, and providing an environment that encourages growth throughout the agriculture industry. We look forward to many more opportunities to work together with all of you in 2017 as we share our dedication to Kansas agriculture.
Researchers at Kansas State University and Heartland Plant Innovations are working to develop new wheat varieties with resistance to wheat streak mosaic virus and triticum mosaic virus. Wheat streak mosaic virus can cause severe economic damage, up to a 15% yield loss in a single field, and has an average statewide impact of 2% yield loss. In most cases, infection can be traced to a nearby field of volunteer wheat. Once a field is infected, nothing can be done. The trick is to prevent the green bridge, or to breed resistance into a variety. There are 3 genes in wheat being researched to solve the issue: WSM1, WSM2, and WSM3. There are 2 objectives to this project. The first is pairing genes together in a variety or a line and seeing a combination of the genes mixed together. The second is to transfer the WSM3 gene into other wheat varieties to create resistance to wheat streak mosaic virus and triticum mosaic virus. Asif Mohammed, who is leading the research, says once it is complete, it will lower yield losses, a major benefit for the Kansas farmer. This project is being funded by Kansas wheat farmers through the Kansas Wheat Commission's 2-penny wheat assessment, getting improved varieties into the hands of farmers faster.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
The producer-funded Kansas Wheat Innovation Center was built to get improved varieties into the hands of farmers faster. Kansas Wheat, farmers advancing their future through wheat genetics research.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
The Kansas Livestock Association Board of Directors has voted to pay a $2,500 reward to Greg Stewart of Washington for his part in helping convict a Lincoln man for cattle theft. Information provided by Stewart played a key role in the arrest and conviction of Keith Earl Buttenoff for stealing 7 head of cattle from Mid-Continent Farms in November 2015. Kendall Lothman, head of the Kansas Livestock Brand Investigation Unit with the State Attorney General's Office, assisted the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department with the investigation. Buttenoff was convicted September 6, 2016 in Lincoln County District Court on 6 counts of felony cattle theft. He later was sentenced to 12 months of probation. If probation is violated, he could face 16 months of incarceration with the Kansas Department of Corrections. Stewart, who is a partner in the family-owned Mid-Continent Farms, pledged to donate part of the reward to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department for its role in convicting the thief. He also plans to give a portion to the Lincoln County Fire Department for helping local ranchers during the prescribed burning season. KLA's long-standing program offers up to a $2,500 reward for the information that leads to the arrest and conviction of livestock thieves. For the reward to apply, the victim must be a KLA member.
Good morning. I'm Cody Wintersheet with Paragon Ag Advisors. If you were to tell me a few months ago that soybeans would still be trading around the $10 plus area just a few weeks removed from a record-shattering harvest, you probably would have gotten a weird look in return. But as of now, that's the reality. Sounds like a great problem to have to me. The soybean market has been a very interesting market all year long and continues to be that way. A couple of months ago, the soybean market went from inverted to a carry premium type environment, which is indicative of big supplies, along with a widening in basis. Those things alone are certainly not extremely friendly items. However, the soybean market quickly went from a supply focus to a demand-driven market. Saying demand has been phenomenal might just be an understatement. As we approach January, the market starts to really shift focus to South American weather, which can bring about as much volatility to our market as our own summer weather. Don't be surprised if our demand and export sales start to tail off some, as that is normal for this time of year as South America comes on board. The key to take away from this, though, is that demand has been the catalyst to the soybean strength. However, if there is some production problems in South America, soybeans certainly have more potential. Also, keep in mind the hedge funds still have a large net long position in soybeans. Consider looking into ways to limit your downside risk exposure, but will let you participate in the upside if you so choose. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Thank you and have a great day.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. KansasSoybeans.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Well, that's our show for today. I hope you'll join us each week for more news and information about agriculture in the state of Kansas. I'm Brian Holman, and thanks for watching.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.